So Gaahleri, the airbrush company, they sent me over some stuff a while ago, like 4 months ago at this point. I just always forgot to make the video. I took this stuff out and I left it on my desk so I would make this because it has been a long time coming. They sent over a really nice airbrush. Like, I feel like this is too nice to be in my possession, but they sent it over to me to take a look at, and I used it, and I gotta say, this thing is nice. This thing is really nice. I had to put it back in the box for the video, obviously, but this is really nice. Also, the box is really nice. I want to point out that I do appreciate the breakdown because I had an airbrush before I bought on Amazon, and it was absolutely terrible. Like, it was always clogged, always messed up. But I got my paints and stuff dialed in, so I don't have to worry about that too much now. And also, I asked them if they would send over this like mini compressor. I live in an apartment and I don't have space for a compressor. I don't have a room for painting and all of that. I paint near my balcony door because the fumes from the lacquer paint are crazy and I don't want to die and fumigate my whole apartment. So I moved over there for that. But this thing is super nice. It regulates the pressure. You can see the 15 to 27. That's amazing to me. I didn't even think mini compressors could do that because I have a mini compressor that I got from Amazon and it's not nearly as good as this. That thing just flows on one air pressure and it's fickle. This thing, I can go max pressure, minimum pressure increase, or lower. I love this thing. This thing sprays so smooth. I love the fact that I can adjust the PSI on the fly because I can push out any kind of paint now. Like, the paint can be mixed a certain way and it can push the paint out. I love it. Like I said, thank you to Gaahleri for sending this out. Also, it came with an airbrush. This is it says Gaahleri Classic on it. This all comes with a tube and everything. But this is the airbrush I've been using the most because this thing, when I tell you this is one of the best airbrush things I've ever used, it genuinely is. I've used a couple of them. I had one of those handheld airbrushes. I had the other one I have is like a mini compressor, but it's like half this size and it's super loud. This thing is not that loud. When you're not using it, it's not pumping air. I love this thing. Genuinely love this thing. I will have links in the description to all of this stuff, so check this stuff out if you can. But this thing is amazing. I'm actually going to show you me using it too because I have to paint some heads and I got to prime some stuff. So I'm going to show you that. But this thing, amazing. This is the sealer I chose, Mr. Surfacer 1000. I just like using lacquer and enamel with 3D prints. And this stuff is really just a super good primer. This is what I meant when I said I had to do this outside next to my like sliding door for my patio because this stuff is strong. One thing about lacquer and enamel, the fumes are crazy. So make sure you're in a well ventilated area because you don't want to get dizzy from this. I'm gonna prime these two on camera just so you can see the process because the other heads were gray already and you can't tell. Did about 2 to 3 layers of primer, I think, maybe 2, I can't remember, but you can see the coverage. So that was my very rough footage of me using this airbrush from Gaahleri. I didn't want to just talk about it. I wanted to show you in action me using it, and I messed it up. I think I got some thinner on here and it kind of melted the paint. But here's some of the stuff I primed. I wanted to show you the results. Don't mind the green paint. I was testing out a green to paint on Hulk. This airbrush paint's really smooth, and that's one thing I like about it. I love the variable pressure you can achieve on this. As someone who has a very limited amount of space, having a variable air pressure compressor like this size is really great. I don't have room for even a small compressor from Harbor Freight. Not something I want to lug around, nor do I have storage for it because I have a 3-year-old he'll mess with everything. So this being able to like break down and fit in a drawer is awesome. It sprays really smooth. I don't have any issues with the amount of paint this thing lays down. This was a couple coats, you can see in the video. It was a couple coats. It didn't take me long at all. One issue I had with my previous airbrush was it always left like these little fuzzy hairs on the paint. I don't know what that's from. I'm not an airbrush specialist. As you can see, this is lacquer-based primer and it sprayed really nice. I didn't thin it. I did a 1-to-1 ratio. That's the ratio for that thinner. But I have sprayed acrylics through this, and it being able to adjust the air pressure helps a lot because higher pressure you can push out different paints. It's really nice. I gotta say, if you want one of these, I think you should grab it. I'll have a link in my description. And I hope this video helps illustrate just how nice this thing is. I meant to make this video a while ago, but just keeps getting pushed back. So I really wanted to knock this one out. So check out Gaahleri if you haven't. I have a link to this in the description. I'll have a link to their Instagram in the description so you can check them out and get a feel for the product, see if you like it. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I really appreciate your view. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you're not. Share the video if you like it that much. Shout out to everybody using my affiliate links. I really appreciate that because that helps me do what I do on this channel, and I want to do more on this channel. I've been saying it a while, and I do have some stuff planned. Not the best at planning, but I have some stuff planned. Watch one of these other videos on the screen, and I'm out.